It is still this morning on ITV, bringing us to our first talking point. Here we'll be looking at the race for the leadership of the National Assembly, the 10th National Assembly, on the part of the red chambers and the green chamber. What are we expecting? Should it be zoning? Yeah. If it's not, why? And to do this, I have with me the coordinator of Grand Alliance for Nigeria's Unity, Comrade Bello Osareti. Very good morning to you.
Thank you, Mr. Kadiri, for having me in your studio.
You're welcome. So quickly, let's take a look at the outcome of the elections, of course, for the National Assembly and the race for the leadership, be it the Speaker and the Senate President.
First and foremost, let me congratulate Nigerians and also congratulate the media for having a free election. There is no part of Nigeria today that you cannot find men and women of character, competence, content, charisma to champion the flagship of the Nigeria state. So we that are in the political space, we believe any part of Nigeria that these positions are being zoned to, looking at the, the peculiar nature of Nigeria, we can find any person to fill that position, with exception to Southwest and Northeast that have produced the Senate, the President of the Federal Republic,
and the Vice President,
and of course the Vice President.
Okay, but you know that in the 8th Assembly, there was also this plan for zoning, but it didn't work. Where, of course, we saw the likes of Saraki and Yakubu Dogara, they got it, you know, and we saw what happened in terms of delivery of, pieces of legislation. And then when you compare it to the 9th Assembly, where some persons believe that to an extent they didn't really deliver the way they should deliver. And then when you compare this to in the 8th Assembly, it was zone. In the 9th Assembly, it was zone. What do you make of assemblies in terms of delivery of what Nigerians want?
If you fail, you are planning to fail. That is why people like us are in the space now, try to raise it to avoid the resurgence of what happened the 8th Assembly. Not that it was not zoned. The issue is that the leadership did not take charge of the zoning process. And some of the...
Which leadership?
The ruling party.
Yeah, but should they be involved?
Yes, you see, the senators or House of Reps, so to speak, they came on board on a platform. You know, just say that in a town where there are elders, you hardly find to land. So that's why we are now making the agitation, advocacy, that the leadership of the ruling party that is already having majority of the Senate, of the senators, should quickly put their boot on the ground, so that this issue of zoning should be put to rest. If they don't do that, you are likely to see what happened in 1945. That means in reference to its assembly. So in order to avoid such scenario, so we have to quickly put our house in order, or they should have to put their house in order.
But why can't the lawmakers elect on the platform of the 10th Assembly be allowed to do their thing the way they want to do it? Why those from the ruling party trying to, they say you're poke-nosing into their affairs where you don't have the local standard? Allow them to do the things the way they want to do it.
If you allow such a process based on your analysis, we are heading towards chaos. Zoning has become part of Nigeria.
Yeah, but in the 8th Assembly, there was no chaos.
There was. You could see that there was the relationship between the the Saraki-led National Assembly, and of course the executive, it was not smooth. And that was the first time you see.
Should it be about relationship or about delivery of, your responsibility?
No, the relationship does not mean that you cannot deliver on your responsibility. It's a mindset. It's a thing of the mind. You know, if you look at the 8th Assembly, that first time in history, you see both the opposition and the ruling party forming the leadership, Saraki and Equitable. So we don't want such a scenario to play.
So what is wrong with that kind of leadership?
You know, in Nigeria type of democracy, it's winner take all. You see, it's like you are lying. You cannot have it. You cannot have a smooth atmosphere when you have an opposition within your. It cannot work that way. Let us be frank to ourselves. So that's why we are now advocating early enough in the morning, so that the boohoo of the 8th Assembly will not repeat itself. So I appeal to you, journalists. You know, you people are the
So okay, now let's look at the availability of some of the positions so far. Like you started, the Southwest already has the president. The Northeast has the vice president, sure. And then we have the North Central, the South East, to go.
Yeah.
So.
Are you trying to? I should make a suggestion.
No. I'm not saying no, because you are.
Your question is in the web.
No, you are, the proponent of zoning.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, if we already have two positions taken by two geopolitical zones, Northeast and Southwest, we have 4 left. So, in those 4 left, in your own opinion. If you believe that zoning should be looked into and not competence, who should fill it?
Please don't drag me to controversy. I did not say competence should be thrown into the trash bin. What I said, that there is no part of this country you cannot find people that are not competent to govern any available opportunity in governance.
Yeah, but you know that at times when you have people come into power through zoning, the word rubber stamp is play out.
No,
the word rubber stamp is always heard. That's why somehow some people believe that competence should be the watchword and not zoning. You can continue.
No, I disagree with you, sir. With all due respect, thank God we are in democracy. What we are advocating here, we are canvassing government of national unity here. If you don't make a proper arrangement, don't be surprised. You will have all the positions in one zone. In order to create, the opera that came from the issue of a Muslim ticket. This issue of zoning is traceable to the ruling party. It is the issue of the ruling party.
It is a plan of the ruling party.
Yes, to ensure that there is equity, justice, and fairness. Of course, the speaker can be taken to Northwest. The Northeast has already gotten the vice president. The South can be compensated with the SGF to ensure that everybody, all the zones, are brought on board. Thank God that the president-elect is already advocating forming a government of national unity. If we don't zone to ensure that we bring everybody on board, then how do you form a government of national unity? I'm quite with the fact that you are trying to canvass meritocracy, which is competence. There is no areas, no space in this Nigeria today that you cannot find people that are competent. They are all bound in any location. Nigerians are not pushovers. Okay.
Yeah, it's a good one having that analysis from you. But if you look at that position now of the Senate president, we already have many people coming from the South is there, from the Southeast. Of course, somebody's equally there. Even from the North Central, somebody's there to say, yes, I can do it. It is my turn. I have been here. for the 4th time now. I have done it once in the House of Rep, and I'm here the Senate for the 3rd time now. I can equally do it. When you look at all of that, South, North, West, Southeast, who should be?
Permitting to use this aphoria by one senator in Edo State, Senator Ozamiri. He used to say some politicians are mune jokers. So those ones that
meaning
that they are just trying to make the space. They are not serious. We call them juggery. For somebody to come out from Northwest that he needs this thing, you know that he's just looking for a juicy chairmanship position in the Senate. Spot on. And of course, for somebody to also say he wants to come out from Northeast, what are we? Are we in a state of nature? Now,
no, South. Somebody from South.
Okay, you know you mentioned North. I'm not doing general analysis.
No, I'm telling you those that are already. I mean, those that are
you mentioned
on the front line.
You mentioned
Northwest. You know,
yes.
Northwest is there.
Yes.
Senator Barrow.
I also had Northeast of recent.
South. Even Akpabi is on the race.
Yes.
And then Northeast, we all know for the college is also on the race.
Okay.
So who should it be?
Okay, now
they're all members of the ruling party.
Okay, let us just narrow it down to areas that are extremely disadvantaged, so that we will not waste lots of time, rigmaroling on the subject matters. To me, the southeast should be where the searchlight should be. And the southeast, with all fairness, looking from 2015 up to date, they have not been brought to the center for national dialogue or otherwise. And in this context, they are competent people. Just as you said, I heard of some other senators also showing interest. But we should be very, very mindful of senators that are parliamentary rusty. For me, Senator Oyuzo Kalu, I'm not his spokesman, but we are looking at things generally. He's the right man for this job. We should even appeal to him to come and have it. We should even say he's the Emilokon of the new order of the 10th Senate. Looking at the people aspiring, people showing interest for that prompt job. I also heard that Umehi is interested. Looking at the House rule, Umehi is already out, technically out.
A former governor, 2-time governor.
Yes, it's out. It's out. You know, they have what's called the same. Looking at
it can be amended.
No, it cannot be amended. You cannot change the goalpost when the match is on. You see, people have been working for this project. You see, people like Oyuzo Kalu, with all fairness to him, these are the people that fought assiduously for this democracy we are enjoying today. He was one of those that ensured that democracy survived under the then president, Obasanjo, when he was wanting to be to get a TET.
So what now happened to Akpabio, who is also on the race?
Anyway, Akpabio, he has the right to say he wants to aspire. You know, when I made use of a word, parliamentary rusty. Akpabio, for some time, he was out of the Senate for other assignment. So a lot has changed.
What then? Let's look at the speakership.
So what?
For the speakership, who should it be?
The speakership, we are measuring the need for it to be pushed to the northwest. And in that northwest, we have Mumuni Jubri, and we also have...
yeah, but in your own word, Rusty, he was also out of the system.
We know what led to him not coming back, but it was, the distance is not the distance is manageable. The space is manageable. I also learned of, I'm always saying these are the people aspiring, like Dogowa, they are all interested. But to me, I think in that department, competence is quite necessary in that direction. I think when they zone it to that area, the best man should take it.
Okay, most thank you for your time with us on the program this morning on ITV, looking at the 10th National Assembly and zoning, and you believe that everyone is competent, but it should be zoned.
Definitely.
Thank you so much, Comrade Bello Saretin, for your time with us.
Thank you for having me.